Okay, Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, right now I'm with my students. What is your name?
So, my name is RafJer.
Okay, and what class are you, Rafi?
My class is currently at 9A, the second to last semester.
Okay, so we will do the interview. So interview is one of the final project. Yeah.
Yes.
So this interview will going to be casual interview. So just enjoy the interview, yeah. And I hope you can answer easily and detail. And I have you some points to ask. So let's go to the first point, Rafi. So the first point is about yourself. Could you tell me about yourself? And it starting with the introduction and following with telling your skill, also your weakness. Okay,
So,
you can start it.
myself. So, for myself, my for my name, I already told you before. So, my name is RafJer, but you can call me RafJer. And uh, my hobby is has a view for watching listening music, watching YouTube, playing game, and also some sports and exercise outside. So skill is I have a quite dedicated skill. So if I have a project or SKL, I dedicated to finish that FKL. Also, same like game and everything else. That's one of my weakness. And also, my skill is uh, good at designing. So, this skill I learned from one of my teachers from 8th grade, and finally, it paid off quite good. My poster is better, and my article is have uh, better layout than the 7th grade. One of my weakness is I think I have ADHD. So ADHD is where you can't focus on one thing. For example, I have an SKL, but my brain just move. So my brain tells myself is that SKL can do it later. So I move to another one. So I move to playing game, watching YouTube or something else. So that's one of my weakness.
So it's distract you more.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have the way to solve it, Rafi?
So my way to solve it is actually to force myself onto the work I have to do.
Okay, great. Maybe you can continue if you still have the weakness, also the skills.
Probably I would continue if I still have my weakness, but this can also prove to be positive if I know it correctly. If I'm working on a project where it's too hard, I can move to another project. So I can switch back to other projects while I think about that other. So for example, I have an article, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to write. So I can move to another project while recording. While recording, I can still think about the article, what I'm going to say. So after that recording, I can write onto the article that I can say.
So you can do also two things in the same times.
Yes,
Oh,
that
okay,
is one of my
that's great.
positive of ADHD.
Okay, great. So let's go to the next point, Rafi. And it's still about yourself. Could you tell me also your skill before coming to it?
My skill coming to IDN.
Yeah.
So before coming to IDN, I almost don't have any skill except for playing game and such like social media. But after coming to IDN, I quite have the skill until this. Before I design horribly, but now I can design like like uh, needs for company. And uh, before coming to IDN, I also taken a coding lesson for once, and it was quite easy because it was similar to Scratch, but I don't remember the application. So I have a little of uh, a little of knowledge before I got to the end, and that's all.
Okay. So for the next point is I would like to have your opinion. So what is your opinion about the IDN learning, IDN project maybe, or also the IDN lesson? So what is your point of view, and is that worth it for the students or the basic learner?
So the lesson, the skill, I think the lesson is worth it. Why? Because from last, so I think the lesson is worth it. But I don't think what is worth is the lesson changing every year. The lesson changing every year can be quite complicated. Why? Because every year IDN has a, a miss range of students. So, example, for my generation, it has around 90, 95 students. But the next year, the generation, 8th generation, has around 60, 70 students. So, this miss range of students has a long gap, and I think the distance for many of students can be closer for each generation. And if I think about the lesson needs to be straight, not changing every year. So the older students or younger students shouldn't be as pressured as before.
Okay, nice opinion from you. So for the next, after spending around 3 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What have you already made here, and start from 7 to 9?
So what I've made here, you mean project, sir?
Yeah, I mean
So
project.
the project. So project, I've made quite a few projects. One of my favorite project in seventh grade is called Defender. So this Defender is we have a base or HQ. We have to defend from the enemies that will attack the base. Uh, this this game, this Defender has three stages, three difficulties. One is easy, medium, and hard. So easy, the enemy will spawn slow and has less H. You have high HP, health, and the enemy will have lower health and will do less damage to the base if it gets hit. But the next level is medium. The next difficulty is medium. So you will have a little bit less HP or health from easy. The enemy will spawn faster. The will do more damage and will do and you will have normal bit less damage to the enemy. But the last one is quite hard. Is hard. The enemy has lot 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 of HP, high damage, and very fast at spawning and uh, speedy. The HQ will have a lot less HP than easy, and you will have less damage than the easy one.
Okay, great. So, what was your feeling after making it?
So my feeling was uh, relief because my game worked. But why that defender game is one of the hardest game that I made in scratch, and I was relieved that to have to the game because finally it has a lot of bugs, and finally I found a solution for why were the bugs, and I recorded for the game.
Okay, great. So it was the last question from me, Rafi. So thank you for the time. I hope you enjoy whenever you are and whenever you're. So maybe we close our interview by reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. And last we say,
Assalamualaikum.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.